Welcome to our video series on the reconstruction process. In these videos, we'll address the most common questions homeowners have. Even if you've worked with a contractor before, reconstruction comes with some unique challenges and considerations. Our goal in this video is to bring you clarity and make the process easier to understand. One of the most common questions we hear during reconstruction is, will there be a crew working at my house every day? The answer is, not always. Reconstruction takes place in phases, with different trades involved at different times. Demolition, framing, drywall, painting, flooring, and so on. Some days are busy with crews on site, while other days may be quieter. Whether we're waiting on inspections, materials, specialty subcontractors, or simply working around the natural flow of construction scheduling. This doesn't mean your project has been forgotten. Our team is managing it daily, and any gaps are either planned or an unavoidable part of keeping your job on track. We'll keep you informed every step of the way so you always know what's happening and why. If you're thinking about upgrades during reconstruction, like custom flooring, high-end fixtures, or layout changes, you're not alone. Insurance typically pays to restore your home to its pre-loss condition. But if you'd like to take this opportunity to upgrade beyond what's covered, we can provide a separate estimate, and you'll only be responsible for the difference. If the upgrades extend the timeline of the project, your insurance company will not increase your additional living expense coverage or reimburse additional lodging or food costs beyond the original reconstruction schedule. Any extra time added or upgrades made will extend your project timeline, which means you'll need to budget for these additional costs that are not covered by insurance. We're happy to work with you to make sure your vision and your budget stay aligned. Contact your project manager or the office to discuss this further. We understand you may want to bring in your own subcontractor, contractor, or supplier to save money. Ikon is open to working alongside your selected vendor, but only under specific conditions outlined in your home improvement contract. Here's how the process works. 1. Contact your project manager before they begin. 2. Provide your vendor's license, liability insurance, and workers' comp insurance, naming Ikon Builders as additional insured. 3. Have your vendor obtain the necessary permits, coordinate workflow with us, and sit for inspections. To ensure your project stays on track and fully covered under our warranty, it's best to have Ikon complete the work from start to finish. When outside vendors make changes, it can sometimes affect warranty coverage, insurance benefits, or the project schedule. We'll help guide you through these decisions so you have a clear picture of how everything may impact timing and coverage. If you wish to proceed, contact our office so that we can have you sign the owner-selected vendor acknowledgement form and collect the necessary information from your vendor. This is one of the most common questions we receive. The deductible is the portion of your claim that your insurance policy requires you to pay. For any specific questions about your coverage or deductible, please reach out to your insurance adjuster. Every project is different, and timing depends on the scope of work, approvals, material lead times, and other factors. The most important thing to look at is our agreement, which includes approximate start and completion dates. While the start date might shift based on insurance approvals or other delays, the duration between those two dates is what we focus on for planning and scheduling. We work hard to keep your project moving efficiently. If anything changes, we'll keep you informed. If your insurance check includes your mortgage company, you're probably wondering how to deal with the lender. Good news! Our lender assistance program handles it all for you, free of charge. With your authorization, we coordinate with your lender's lost draft department, manage the paperwork, schedule inspections, and sit on hold, so you don't have to. If you choose to handle this on your own, we respect that decision and will continue moving your project forward as best as possible. Just keep in mind that delays with documentation, inspections, or payments can sometimes slow things down or pause work. If you decide later that you'd like our help, we'll be glad to step in, though additional costs will apply since we weren't involved from the start. Although it's not required, we highly recommend signing our lender authorization form at the start to avoid problems later. Depreciation refers to the reduction in value of items due to age, wear, or condition. When you file an insurance claim, the insurance company often pays out in two parts. First, they issue the actual cash value. Then, once the work is completed and verified, they may release a second payment called recoverable depreciation. However, not all depreciation is recoverable. Some policies include non-recoverable depreciation, meaning that portion of the claim is permanently withheld by the insurance company. If your depreciation is non-recoverable, you are responsible for paying that amount as part of your contract. We encourage you to speak with your insurance adjuster if you're unsure which type applies to your policy. We help coordinate all required documentation to recover eligible amounts, and will keep you informed throughout the process. A change order is a written agreement to modify the scope of work and pricing after the original contract is signed. There are two kinds. 1. Owner-requested upgrades or changes. These are paid out of pocket and separate from your insurance. 2. Insurance supplements. These occur when hidden or additional damage is found, or if an item was missing from the initial insurance estimate. In that case, we can submit a supplemental estimate to your insurance company after you have approved us to do so by authorizing a supplemental change order. You'll still need to sign off on all change orders, whether they're paid by insurance or by you, so you stay in control. You may wonder why you're getting invoices if the insurance or lender is paying. Here's why. Our contract is with you, the property owner, not your lender or your insurance company. Even if someone else is issuing the check, it's your property. We send you invoices so you have a record of completed work and know what's being billed. It also ensures transparency and helps you track your project. Let's clear this up. A pre-lien or preliminary notice is not a lien. It's simply a notice that someone is reserving their right to file a lien if they aren't paid. California law allows anyone who contributes to improving your property, contractors, subcontractors, or suppliers, to file a mechanic's lien if they're not paid. Even if you pay us in full, someone we hire who doesn't get paid could potentially file a lien against your home. But here's the good news. If you don't receive a preliminary notice from a subcontractor or supplier, they have no legal right to file a lien. That's why it's important to pay attention to any notices you receive. If you don't receive a pre-lien notice, there's nothing to worry about. If you do, simply let us know and we'll take care of it right away by providing the proper release. We hope this video cleared up most of your questions. If you still need help, feel free to reach out to our team. We're happy to assist. Thanks for watching and have a great day.